meal is posho, and you were laughing at me. Oh, you think I've forgotten? Huh? Posho is life. Jesus is life, but posho, hey, gives me the strength to be like chuma cha Yesu. Okay, so we are going to stand. We are going to stand. And you're going to follow me. Leave your phone. Leave your bag. Leave your watch. If you have it. You can carry water in case you need it. I will need camera people and video people. Let's do that very fast, please. If you delay, we will leave here at 7 p.m. Is that okay? For me, it's okay. I can ask for a room in the guest house. I'm not sure about you. Do we have men with energy who can remove these ones in case people? Yeah, we need to move them. So in this session, if you have your diggy, put it somewhere, keep it. Dignity. Those who say, me, I can't bend, me, I can't run, me, I can't do. Yeah, so those who are still putting on your coats like Professor, I'm not sure you will run. Yeah. Yes. All of them. I also need 2 pens and free ones.
Say it again, the last one.
Free ones where people can write this one.
Free paper. When you say
Yes.
free ones, you don't want to be saved.
This man. So we are going to do 2 groups. Yeah? Be alert, pay attention to details. 1. We've started.
One.
Uh-huh.
2, 1.
We are doing 2 groups. So 1, 2. Remember your number.
Yeah, 1. So 1, 1, 2, my friend.
Attention, everyone. Start from.
Yeah.
Are you here with me? Are you here? 1.
1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1.
You remember your number? Say your number loudly. Your number loudly. Louder. Louder. Loudest. Awesome. Do you remember the first activity we did yesterday? What was the activity? Stop, run, jump, dance. Number 1 is what? Number 2? Number 3? Number 4? Number 1? Number 2? Number 1? Number 2? Number 3? Number 4. We have enough space, so I want to see people running so that we can shed off some food, and then we start on the next activity. Is that okay? We are going to start. I think we put these ones on the side. You feel free to use this space. When you stop, look for 3 people. Ask them any one thing you don't know about them. Any one thing you don't know about them. Is that okay? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Can we demonstrate number 1, number 2, number 3? Is that run? Run. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready? Number 1, number 2, run. You have space. Number 2, number 2, number 4, number 4. 1. Number 1, you look for someone. Number 1, you look for someone, ask them what you don't know about them. One thing. Number 2, when I say number 2, you get the routine. Number 2, that's not running. I see people eating. I see you. We have space here. Number 1, you look for someone and ask them what you don't know about them. Number 3, number 3, number 3, number 3, you're cheating me. Number 3, number 2. Number 2, that's not running. Number 2, number 2, number 4, number 4, number 4, number 4, number 4, number 2, number 2, number 2, number 2, number 1, number 1, number 1, number 1. What? These questions are too personal. Okay. Number 2, number 2, number 2, number 3, number 3, number 3, number, your dancing styles. Number 2, number 2, number 2, number 1, get back to your positions. Run back to your positions. Number 2, run back to your positions. Number 2, run back to your position. Run back to the circle. Okay. Okay, where do I start from? Their voices, I haven't heard your voice. Tell us, who did you meet? Do we have a second mic? Can we get a second mic?
I met Patience. She told me her father's name is Mutumba.
He met Patience and the father's name is Mutumba. People are still asking questions. That activity has closed. We are at number 1.
I met Jesse. I asked the father's name. He told me he's called Mr. Kinugi.
But you people, why are you asking father's names?
Because I didn't know his father's name. He said I don't know what we don't know about them.
Yes. Okay. Pick anyone. Permission.
I met Mr. Tumwine and asked his age. He said it's 41, that very soon is going to eat his NSSF money.
I heard people saying, when are you retiring?
I met Dr. Mukasa, and he told me ate a lot of chicken. That is all what I know from him.
They're connecting another audience.
I met Madame Collins, and she says her hobby is traveling.
She loves traveling. One last person. This side. Don't be selfish. I know you ate fish for lunch, but
I met many people, but one interesting one was Mrs. Harimana. We really engaged, and I found that Mr. Rimana, Dr. Rimana is a bit weaker because I have twice the number of his children. So he should double in order to catch up with me.
where's the wife? Mwine, what? You come. This girl sleeps on duty. Do you need counseling? Pastors, where are you? This girl needs prayers. Where is he? Pastor, I have given you triple your efforts. Okay, group one. Where is my, can I get 2 chairs? Group one, we are going to line up here, facing this side. Group 2, we will line up there, facing this side. Straight line, arm's length. Group 1, no, we gave new groups. It's not of yesterday. If you are not around, join any of the groups. 2 chairs, them extreme end there. Each in front of the line. Which one? Ambrose. Yes, I think. Okay. So I'm going to do arm's length, facing this side. You're facing me. You're facing me. You're facing me. Arm's length, arm's length, arm's length, arms length, arm's length. Arm's length, arm length or arm's length, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So we are going to do an activity. Are you with me? I'm going to do an activity, a simple one, because I understand you're from lunch. I'm trying not to break your legs. I'm just being kind, right? Sometimes I'm kind. So I need 2 representatives from each group. The fastest people. You're sharp, eh? Mm. You're the for instructions. The instructions are you hearing me? They are going to tell you something as an individual, not a group. You pass it on to the next person. No repetition, No hesitation, no turning to face the person behind. You face behind, you're out of the game. Is that okay? No repetition, no hesitation. You only say the statement once. What's your name? Jesse. Once. What's your name?
Deborah.
Deborah. Once. You don't repeat it. You don't repeat it. There is a packet of sweets for the winners.
Hey.
Where am I? I don't know. Just follow the instructions. So you come. Are we ready? Are we ready? Arm's length. You're not supposed to hear what your neighbor is being told. That's the secret. I see you cheating. You go back. Here is the statement. You don't read it. So I don't, your mom come here. So we are cramming.
It's okay.
Are we good? Are we done? Hey, you don't know how to clap, eh? After eating, you don't know how to clap. Are you a leader? Are you a leader? Can we clap for our leaders? You have to cheer them up or you will fail. On the count of 3, you start. No repetition, no hesitation. You tell the first person, they tell the next person. Now, and the last person, you come and write what you had here. We mark time, the correct statement, and everything. Hey, what did you do? Bakyali mu kwesotinga. Hey. Keep facing in front. No turning behind. After you have spoken, I am seeing you. You cheat at your own risk. The last person you run. Time management is of essence. Hey, no repetition, no hesitation. No repetition, no hesitation. The first person we also consider as winners. I need my sweets. Where are they? Sweets, they are there in the cookies pack. No repetition. First this side. Yes, we will repeat it and see what comes out. The last person run and write what you've had. Your chair is there, right? Where are these people? What is happening? You're repeating. You're cheating, but it's okay. I am seeing you. Do not go behind, face in front if you have finished. The last person come and write very fast. Last. You people, you last person. What is happening? This is so bad. This is so bad. My God. results. Results. Let's pay attention. Let's pay attention to results. People, can we pay attention to results? Do you want to know what has come out? This is group one. Please read. What was the statement? In the head, in the head.
The statement was, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
What did you write? What did you write? She is gonna cry. She is gonna cry. She is gonna what? She's gonna what? That is group one. Number two. Group two. Ice cream. Next, the last one. Get back to the line. Let's get back to the line. Let's get back. The original group, it was the same. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
And for them, they still had ice cream, and for us, we are going to cry.
She's gonna cry. She's gonna cry. Get back to the line. Get back to the lines. Do you still want to have the same leaders? Do you want to change leadership? You want to change the leadership, eh? Leaders, come, come, come. You need leadership. Hey, please bring. Okay. Okay. No repetition, no hesitation. And arm's length. Arm's length. Arm's length. Be in a straight line, not zigzag. Be in a straight line. Yes. In the ear. Time up. Gendo or your Time up. Three, two, one. The first one to appear here gets the gift. repetition, no hesitation. No, no repetition, no hesitation. No repetition. No repetition. Turn and say what you had. No repetition, no hesitation. Where are you people? Hey! Turn and say what you had. No repetition, no hesitation. No repetition, no hesitation. I see you. I see you. You're repeating. We need to communicate things faster in our organization. We can't be slow, eh? Hey, very fast. Very fast. Very fast, very fast, very fast. Hey! In the ear. In the ear. Secret. But what is happening there? What is happening? You see those ones, they are still cheating, but you will still not get it. You got it, eh? These ones got it. Who is writing? Doctor, no. That is not allowed. Can you imagine you're cheating? Where is integrity? Don't turn this side. Don't turn behind. The last person you run and write. Last person you run and write. Joshua, you're over cheating. Please go and write. Group two. We got it. Why is the last person there? Oh my God, this is so bad. Wow, let's clap for our leaders. Okay, so I'm going to read the sentence. Joshua and Tim, can we get closer? Let's get closer. Let's get closer. People behind, I'm sure you have legs. Closer means you move. Yeah. Social distance, we will take zinc and vitamin C after here. This is the statement. 9 nice night nurses, nursing nicely. 9 nice night nurses, nursing nicely. This is what group, this is group what? This is group what? This is group 2. Let me start with group 2. So group 2, group 2, deny says, is this true? Oh, group 1, results, we need the winning team. Group 1, Joshua. Group 1, now dancing. Wow. Okay, let's get back in our circle. Okay. Hello. Pepperere. Let's get some feedback. What do you think? When you think about the things we've been doing, how communication is done, how strategy has been communicated, documents have been sent to you a million times, and somehow communication still gets lost on the way. When you think about how you work as a department, as an organization, when you think about how you pass on information to your students, what does this activity show you? Can I have another mic, please?
I am very bitter about it.
You're bitter.
Much as it looks a joke and an amusement, this is something very, very critical, and there's a lot of lesson to learn from this as we engage in teamwork. The mess of one person will mess up the whole team. And the failure of one person really fails the whole group. And that is terrible. I have a very serious question to the facilitator about this. What can we do to make sure this is avoided? Because we must learn what we can do to make sure this is avoided, because the lesson from here is really the mistake of one person becomes the mistake of everybody.
In leadership, it is very important to make the hierarchy as short and flat as possible. Tall hierarchies in leadership result into miscommunication. So if there is a decision at a higher level and it must be transmitted down, you need to have almost everybody and communicate the same message at the same time so that you minimize all miscommunications.
What I learned from this is that what I think is not what you think. And that is what always gives us a difference in whatever we do here. So I feel that we have really learned something, because from the first person to the last person, it's not that the message which has come from the first person, but someone translated in his own way or her own way. Thank you.
And does that happen, that you have people who will translate things in their own way? And it will always be like that. That's why it's very important for you as supervisors, as lecturers. That's why when I am teaching, for example, I want to write. I want to show you that here is the strategy. This is my goal. And I need water. And it has to be as specific as possible. That's why when I'm asking about targets, Susan is not here. I need to be able to know, this head of department, did you give him a specific target? Or you're assuming I will actually think about it? I don't remember the exact quote, but I know that everything falls on the leadership, isn't it? The fish, yeah, everything rises and falls on leadership. John Maxwell, my favorite author. And the fish rots from. If my husband knows, I love using marriage examples because I have experience. I'm not like pastor and yeah, my sister. For me, I have experience. So when my husband tells me I want to have, thank you. When my husband says I want 3 children, I position myself. Know what I'm talking about, right? So I start planning because he said he wants 3. If I want 3, we start thinking on the same page. But if you haven't given me a target, Lucas, with my Michigan blood, I'll give you 12. So the target has to be very clear. Communication has to be very clear. Teaching has to be done. What do we have to do to teach? One of the mistakes we do as human beings is dishonoring people. Even when we read the Bible, I think I shared a bit of my experience yesterday. Sorry. I was raised by a father who married 7 wives. I love my father so much. I'm his firstborn. Okay, at least what I know, I'm his firstborn. Now, because of that, as a girl child, going through the hands of 7 women, it was never easy. If you have had 1 stepmother, me, I've had 7. 6, yeah, 6. 6. So the experience you've had tested, multiply by 6. That's my childhood experience. So I grew up, yes, I loved my father, but I didn't honor him. I always looked at him, he wasn't serious. How do you marry 7 wives? For him, he would marry and fire. Today he's born again, he preaches the gospel. And he's wedded to the last wife. So because of that, I grew up not really respecting my father. I would not even visit him and sleep in his house. I stopped sleeping in his house when I was, I think, leaving for campus. After that, I would even pass in Barra town and I don't even say hi because I had resentment. But I was taught by my pastor that the Bible doesn't tell you honor your good father and good mother. The Bible simply says honor your father and mother, and we are taught that it's the only promise, the only commandment that comes with a promise. Honor your father, not your very good father who has provided. No, honor your father. When my pastor taught me that, I got money, did shopping, called my father, told him, today I'm spending a night at your house. I'm his firstborn. He loves me so much. He was so happy. He sent for hens, chicken, wati, bought soda, they bought cake. I'm like, okay. So I reached home, there is a party. I was like that prodigal son. But yet we would talk on phone. I would pass by, say, hey, I was around in Barra town. I find him at his business place. I would never sleep in his house. I had resigned my job, New Vision, in 2017. And for 3 years, I was battling to find a job. Yes, I was doing my consultancy, but you know consultancy is seasonal. So I needed a job where I know I have a salary, I have consultancy work. For 3 years. I did that visit in March. In April, I had 3 job offers. 3, it's not a joke. 3 job offers. That might be a message for someone today. I told you we don't do casual things. Just because I took a step, I learned what I had been taught. That honor book I've shared with some of you. I went and visited my father. In April, he came. I picked him from the bus. He was going to hospital in Kampala. He slept at my house. Other days, he would tell me, hey, I'm coming to Kampala. Oh, okay. He would sleep in a hotel or at a friend's place. But I have a house. I'm his child. That day, I went and picked him at the bus station. I spent the whole day with him in the hospital. From the hospital, I went and bought meat. I took him home. I cooked for him. I made for him a bed. He slept. 5 a.m. He woke up. He prayed for us, a blessing as his children. From that day, just in December, I made 10 million. Just in December, that might be little money for some of you. But I hadn't made it in a long time. Why am I sharing that? That everything needs to be taught. Communication needs to be taught. Strategy needs to be taught. For some of us, we haven't been blessed enough. You find that you got your first class because you're very intelligent in class, you are very active in class. They give you an opportunity to lecture. It's time for you to learn, get the extra. How do you get the extra? Read, join communities. When you check on my WhatsApp, I don't have useless groups. Some of you have groups of OBs, primary, nursery, over which Ramese primary school. You do not add any value on that group. Nothing. When you check on my groups, it's either business leaders network, people that add value. Every day I am learning something new. Have you seen me read from anywhere when I was sharing about strategy? Because every morning we have a business leaders meeting with senior leaders, the Grace Munyuras of Vine Pharmacy, senior leaders, business leaders. We are like the youngest, poorest on the team. We have a daily meeting. So we have a business devotion meeting for 30 minutes every day, Monday to Friday, every day. Tell me how I will be the same person. I can't. You have to look out for opportunities. Don't be comfortable with your writing, you're giving notes, you're reading same notes every year. It's not comfortable because there is more on the inside of you that you can achieve. Am I making sense? For the strategy you want implemented, Joshua, you will have to teach these people. The reason one of the topics was for non-HR managers is because you didn't study human resource, did you? But you're in a position of leadership. And yet we expect you to do this leadership, to do this training, to do performance appraisals. If we don't teach you, you won't learn and you won't do. But also, you have computers. The 2 days I've been here, we have free Wi-Fi. There are very many websites where you can go and do free courses. How many of us use that opportunity? You're busy, comfortable, running around, or where you come, you teach in about 3 universities, get some little money, and you're comfortable. Don't be comfortable. I want to annoy you not to be comfortable. If I had time, I would make you count your value per hour, your value per minute. Then you know, you're like, my net worth is this much. At the age of 45, you would get annoyed, but I don't want to annoy you. So for everything we want to pass on, communicate. Do we have a communication policy? Professor, do we have a communication policy? So we need to develop one because people need to know, how do I pass on communication? Who do I communicate to when I have a challenge with disciplinary? There has to be a flow, very well communicated to everyone. So that if I have a complaint, she's my supervisor, but I'm sending it, and in the email, I'm copying everyone. Yet it is a complaint. There are things that you give feedback, positive feedback publicly, like here, I come and say, Pastor, thank you. You have 30 children, but you can multiply. Huh? I come and tell this lady, I'm like, you're beautiful. When people come, you welcome them so well. When I want to tell you that, by the way, I'm joking. I'm joking. That was for her. Are you getting it? But some of you supervisors, do you know what you do? Huh? By the way, we are tired with some of you. We are very tired. Like you. Huh? How can you do that? But when he does good things, you actually don't acknowledge them. So feedback is better given, positive feedback, publicly, because positive feedback builds and elevates. Negative feedback, which we usually prefer to call areas of improvement. I said, thank you for the report you sent me yesterday. But is there a way you can work around your timing to make sure that it comes in 2 days before your deadline? Isn't that better? Danny, this one never sends reports on time. What's wrong with him? That's how he is. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? Are you with me? Communication is a vital thing for any organization. So we need to put up, I don't know, I am not directing my bosses here, but communication is very important. We can think about developing a communication policy so that everyone knows everyone should know their limits. That's why I was telling people, no repetition, no hesitation. But because they don't know their limits, they turn. I saw doctor moving from here to there. But yet I had given what? Communication is important. It might be a game, it's fun, you laugh, but it's very important. Do I have any questions? Professor is going to answer the questions. Do you want Professor to answer? Hey, okay.
Reminding you of the question. The question was that since communication ends up getting distorted, it was asked by him, what can we do to reduce this kind of distortion in our communication?
Number one, I said we teach. Number two, I said we need a communication policy to create clarity on who gets what. For example, I gave you the structure of a strategy. What gets to the head of department doesn't have to get to the cleaner. The head of department will pick what is relevant for the cleaner. The cleaner will pick what is relevant for the colleague they supervise. So it takes us back to having a clear communication channel, well communicated. But also you as leaders knowing, what do I pick for my people? So when you're setting targets and the system is well known, then you pick and know, this one I'm delegating to this one. Meaning when they are reporting, they report to me because it's me who assigned to them. But when he's not happy with how you handle him, then he knows that the structure is, I send an email to the HR. When the HR receives the email, he will call me in the office. If they can't solve it as two people, then they have a disciplinary committee. It's known. Yes, we have an HR manual, but we can have a clear communication policy. So teaching, communication policy, but also you as leaders reading and knowing how are things done. There is no shortcut. I told you in the morning that for anything you don't know, it is a knowledge gap.
Thank you, Dorcas. I wanted to just maybe add something very small. Related to communications, you find that in an organization, there are also complaints. The NGO sector likes to have it as a complaints mechanism. People have complaints, but you see everyone running to everyone, complaining. And the person who has a problem has not even been updated. You get it? I am a lecturer. You have a problem with the head of department and you run to the VC. While it's a communication issue, but again, I think we also kind of need to have either, it might not be a policy, but something on complaints, because complaints also turn into rumor. The rumor mill spills it. Before you know, someone has been distorted. I want to end with this. There is something we talked about, cultures we need to break away from. My friends, we need to break away from a culture of complaining in front of students, especially with our fellow lecturers. You know, I'm the best person to teach that course, but they've given it to Joshua. And I don't know whether Joshua is giving you any content in that class. You are complaining in front of students and watering your fellow faculty. It can even be non-teaching staff. So I think we also need to communication policy. Perfect. We need to have something on complaints mechanism. Otherwise, we keep murdering each other.
Lean. Because why would it be you to talk about your fellow lecturer in front of students? What kind of human being are you? I told you I can say some things and it's okay, you will fire me after. But I like what Joshua has said. Complaints are good, but nowhere to put certain complaints. But also I want to say that leaders, heads of departments, if you don't have regular meetings, complaints will come. But if you have a weekly meeting where you give people an opportunity to talk, and when they talk, you don't take things personal. Because there is a possibility that there is a meeting, but when anyone raises an issue, hey, then you run to the VC. That one doesn't work. Create an environment where people can give you feedback, you take it in, you work on it, you swallow, and you grow. Because your growth grows your department and grows the institution. So department heads, one of the action points, activities, is having weekly, it can be online if your lecturers are not here, but you make sure you have review meetings every week, every month, every quarter, every 6 months. Is that okay? So once we have a strong performance appraisal system, some of these things will disappear. But you as an individual, you're a sinner, go and repent in your room so that you stop. You're not the one spoiling the soup, right, Elder?
Yeah. For every organization, in every organization, we have sensitive information. Some people are mature in communicating sensitive information. Some may not be having that gift. So it ends up creating tension. And so we are asking you to advise, if there is a sensitive information in an organization circulating, how should people manage it?
Thank you so much. So sensitive information, again, it takes us back to knowing who gets what information, when do they get it. There is information that is not secret. A strategy is not a secret. Read Blue Ocean Strategy. I've forgotten the writer. Where are the readers? Strategy. Blue Ocean Strategy. Who is the author? I've forgotten. Some Chinese guy or Korean? Please read it. It's even online, soft copy. Blue Ocean Strategy is the best. A strategy is not for top management. No, it's for everyone. But when you know it's for everyone, you pick your part and you deliver. Then there are those that are confidential. Salaries are confidential. Yes, they are. Because you come, you see you're a private institute, isn't it? You negotiate, you come in with different experiences, different qualifications. So there are so many things that HR will consider to give you a certain salary. Yes, please. Yes, Chan Kim. Chan Kim, one of the best books you can read on strategy. Chan Kim. So let's know what to communicate, when to communicate, who to communicate to. Remember, I told you in the morning, you can have a valid dream with an invalid team. So don't be the invalid person on the team. Our last activity for this session, we have 2 points. So group 2, you're going to be there, and group 1, you're going to go there. Let's run very fast. We have only group 1 and group 2. Help me. No. We are standing. Don't touch my balls, please. Behind the manila paper. Behind the manila paper. By the way, I told you when you delay to pick instructions, we will leave here at 7 p.m. Mukoye. Nga mukowa bubi. These are the instructions to the game. I need help. Extend this behind. These are the instructions. Instructions for the game. Instructions for the game. I don't want Sauli there, Saturday, so pay attention. These are the instructions for the game. Are we ready? Group 1, can you get a team name and a slogan? Group 2, get a team name and a slogan. You have 1 minute. And a slogan. People who are seated, are you pregnant? If you're pregnant, please do not participate in this game. Pregnant ladies, take a seat. Pregnant men, they are not there. Do you have a team name? 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 When I point at you, you give me a team name and a slogan. Are we ready? Are we ready? Team name and a slogan? Team name and a slogan. Team name and a slogan. Team name and a slogan. Then you say it like you believe it. Team name and a slogan. Team name and a slogan. Team name and a slogan. Are you a team? Team name and a slogan. 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 Okay, let me see overcomers and the winners. Overcomers, oye. Overcomers, oye. Overcomers, oye. The winners, oye. The winners, oye. These are the instructions. Number 1, we have balls and eggs here. These balls, the first instruction is that for you to be a winner, you must have all the balls on your side on that paper. Instruction number 2. This game, hey, Banange, can you get the instructions first? Number 2, for you to be a winner, the first one is that you must have all the balls on your side. Number 2 is that you're allowed to cheat, or you're allowed to attack your neighbor to get the balls. Number 3, you're not allowed to pocket any ball. So a ball should be there or here or there. So it's in transit to there or here. Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? Number 4, we must all be participants. If any of your member doesn't participate, you don't win. Are we together? Are we ready? You have 2 minutes to plan. Hey! Pepe! 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 Okay, let's get back to our groups. Let's get back to our groups. Hey, hold fire, cease fire. Hold. Stay where you are. Get back to your groups. Get back to your groups. You people, I said you have 2 minutes to strategize. Instead of strategizing, you run for the ball. So, Eagles. Do you have all the balls? Please bring back the balls here. Bring all the balls here. Kindly bring all the balls here. Bring all my balls here. Bring back my balls. Bring back all my balls. And eggs. Bring back my eggs and balls. All of them. No hiding them here. Please bring the balls. Let's do this very fast, otherwise we will spend the night here. Let's bring back here the balls, please. 1 minute. Please help out. No one, because no one has all the balls. Do you have all the balls? Do you have all the balls? Kindly bring all those balls. What was the first instruction? You see, we don't listen. That's part of the problem. You're in a meeting, they tell you instructions, you're on your phone, you're catching up, you're talking to your friends, and then afterwards you're meeting. What did they say? So, can we get back to our groups? I mean, getting back as a team, not one there, another one there. This is a game of strategy. This is a game of thinking. It's not a game of fights. So I need you to strategize. I need you to think. So get your group, plan together. What can you do to have all the balls as a team? I don't know. Talk to your team. Work as a team, think together, strategize. What do you have to do to get all the balls on your side? ready? Eagles, are we ready? Negotiation is allowed. Negotiation is allowed. I told you this is a game of thinking. So think before you act. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's put Manilas where they can stand behind. Are we ready? Are we ready? You have 1 second. Behind, behind, behind. Behind. Have you strategized? You haven't thought. I need you to think. You have 2 minutes to think. I want you behind the Manila. Behind the Manila. Behind the Manila. Behind the Manila. Members, can I repeat the instructions? Don't worry. Number 1, instructions. Number 1, for you to win this game, all these many balls, you have to be with them. All of them. If they even have one of them, you can't win. That's why I need you to think. Yesterday we said it's impossible, but we did it. I need you to think as teams. What do you need to do to have all the balls as a team? As simple as that. The second, let me give you a tip. 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 Negotiation in this game is allowed. Now, if you're thinking, you should be thinking what I'm thinking. This is not a game of strength. This is not a game. You see, you don't listen. This is a game of the head, not the muscle. So think, what can you do to have all these games, these balls? Are you ready? Eagles, are you ready? Starting now.
Look at the strategy. People step on and women are very funny. Hey, that is the strategy. They just went to sleep. That is the strategy. Okay. Okay. Eagles. Eagles. Winners. Who has all the balls? Who has all the balls? Who has all the balls? Bring back my balls. Put back my balls. Joshua, put back my balls, please. Time. Put back the balls. Kindly bring. No, we are a group, so I need all the balls here. Okay. Okay. Eagles, Eagles, winners, winners. Ronnie, organize your team. Eagles, Pastor, organize your team. Do the assignment I gave you. Winners, are you ready? Negotiation is allowed. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? If you don't listen to people's ideas, we can play this game until next year. So can you listen to people instead of arguing? I told you that this is not a game of strength and muscle. It's a game of brains. Is that okay? Can you do the last strategy and we finish this game? Can you go back to your Manila, please, as you strategize? Are we ready? Are we ready? I said negotiation is allowed, Ronnie. Negotiation is allowed. That is an idea. They can give you an idea and you buy it. Are we ready? Are we ready? Winners, you're not acting as winners. Eh? Are we ready? Are we ready? Again, this is not a game of strength. This is a game of the brain. I need you to use your heads, not your physical. Is that clear, winners? Winners, are we together? Are we together? Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's attack. We go. Which team are you? Outliers, eh? Cameraman, I want you to take those photos to the projector person, eh? The first fighting photos. We will display them on the project. Okay, members, let's clap for ourselves. Who is the winner? Who is the winner? Who is the winner? Who is the winner? United? Divided? Okay, let's make a simple circle and we conclude this activity. Okay, let's clap for ourselves. I have 5 minutes to conclude this part, so let's make a circle. Members who don't listen to instructions, let's make a circle, we finish and we go home. Okay, number 1, who is the winner? Bugema University is the winner, right? What do you pick from this activity? Where is the second mic? Where is my mic person? Where is the other mic? Let me take 4 people. Sanitizer, you will take vitamin C. Yes, please go ahead. Let's listen to her and learn from her. Let's listen. Hey, doctor, and your team. Doctor, I need to attend your classes. Eh? Seriously. Doctor, come. Stay with me. Here with me. No, here with me because she has the mic. Please, let's hear from her.
Okay, what I've learned from this game.
And how does this relate to your work?
I've learned that you cannot win alone. You have to be with other people to win. It has taught me to work with the teamwork. So together we win.
Together we win. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, moderator, for this facilitation. I'm Edward Chivaya, Head of Department, Arts Education. Musazi says, leadership is knowing the way, showing the way, and going the way. Now, our leader was Ronnie. So we agreed that we cannot manage to fight the other team. We had taken most of the balls. What does it mean? Yes, that's the truth. What does it mean? They couldn't accept. Let us join them, all right? So that they can be happy and they feel their ideas are resolved in the system. After all, their ideas are important. Finally, all of us, we're happy. We became one family, Bugema University, as a team.
Let's clap for him. This side.
Mine is an easy one. I've realized sometimes to win or to succeed, I have to lose.
And it happens.
Sometimes,
yeah.
Not many times, sometimes.
No, by the way, it's not losing. Sometimes it's compromising. Sometimes it's trying to understand the other perspective. And sometimes it's also reasoning and say, okay, let's do it and see. What if it's the right thing? And it was the right thing, right?
Okay, mine is the first action depicts what the African leaders are. Grabbing it, they want to take everything. So there was a struggle. So we didn't, our intention was to get all the balls so that we appear as winners, regardless of other things. So that is the mentality of most African leaders. But after learning that we cannot win without them, we decided to join hands so that we win together. So this is the lesson I've learned. The first one was the wrong one, but the second one of negotiation is the best one.
Let's clap for him. Thank you. This side, get this side, this side. As long as you don't disorganize the other side, give him. Hey, where are ladies? This side, we don't have ladies. There is a beautiful lady in yellow here, yellow. Ah, you first wait. Come. Me, I love yellow. Hey, you come. Those ones can wait. They are in red. Hey, yellow girl. We do things very fast.
Thank you, Madam Moderator. Dorcas, thank you so much for all you have taken us through. What I've learned from this is you may be given a task. You may try it with all your passion, but fail at it. Do not give up at that time, because it doesn't matter how many times you fail, but how many times you get up until you win. Thank you.
And in that failing, you can ask your neighbor. Sometimes we don't want to appear like, especially you people who have overstudied, because you're a professor. How can they see that you're asking a simple question on strategy? Are you getting it? It is okay to ask. We are not perfect. Mrs. Mukasa, where are you? You're a green person. It's okay. It's okay.
Thank you, Madam Dorcas. What you surprised me is that yesterday we were learning on teamwork, but the first game was struggling to win. Even the names, I'm winner, I am what. So we still have that selfishness. If we do away with that selfishness and we negotiate, we'll always win together.
Let's clap for her. You give these ladies. And then we go back to the men.
Okay, thank you very much. Me, I've learned that when we struggle, we waste a lot of time. Like in fighting, we waste a lot of time.
Thank you so much. Him and doctor and last. Then I will give an opportunity to Professor Joshua, and you have finished, Susan.
Thank you,
Okay.
Moderator. For me, I did not learn anything. But what I want to tell these people here, once it is a game, we have been in Bugema team. Everybody was fighting to get the ball. So in the sense of a game, there is no brotherhood, no husband, no wife, no son. You just seek to compete to get what is there. Then after that, then we come back and say, oh, my son, I've beaten you.
Okay, thank you. Give Isaiah and him and doctor and him, then I will go back to Professor and Joshua.
Yeah.
Yes, let's listen. By the way, this is one of, I think, one of the best activities I know. So let's learn. There is no PowerPoint for this. I cannot develop it.
Yeah, thank you, madam, so much. The game is a powerful game, actually, but all in all, we all failed. Instructions was to have all the balls. So, these are balls. Well, we could just cubes like that, rectangles. Well, we could get all of them together. But then balls, it's so hard to have them, all of them at once. So what it is, we are so hasty to get them. So we miss the instructions. So instructions, taking them heed. Thank you.
And it happens. They give you a document, you don't even read it, like the Constitution. You don't. And then you come in a meeting, you're saying, what did they say? But yet you have had a document for 7 days. Where's
Yes,
the mic?
I'm here. Yeah, what I've seen, struggling can make people lose dignity. Because I've been observing, I didn't struggle much. Only when I was trying to hijack a ball from Mama, when I saw her struggling, she forgot her importance and dignity. So struggling, using muscles makes people lose dignity.
That's very important.
That's important. So I will take him, doctor, him. But you people, we need to go home. So I will take 4 people. Yes. You have 1 second.
Okay.
Come.
I have seen something very important that when all of us struggled and did not get the balls as much as we wanted, we went back to the drawing board. So if the strategy fails, just go back to the drawing board and you'll win.
Awesome. The strategy is there. You spent time and money to develop it. Go back to it. Read it. Think of activities as a team so that you can succeed as a team. Next.
Yeah, thank you, Madam. In most of his novels, Ngugi is always against individualistic struggle. He's always for combined struggle. And actually, he stresses that when you struggle individually, in most cases, you fail. And when I'm teaching students, I always emphasize group work. I even made it, they even call me, you read alone, you fail alone. And I always ask these Kenyan students, what would be wrong if all of you go through Maraba and Busia when all of you have passed? Would there be anybody who would be offended? Definitely nobody. Even me here, I had my strong team, Ronnie and Joshua.
You even had to hire those who are strong to come and defend.
Ronnie and Joshua, I was behind supporting. And even they innovated, they said, what if we get a piece of cloth and then we hide everything? I told them that is a good strategy. And after that, we wanted to protect our goals. We ran with it to the church. And by the time the members were looking for the balls, with us, we knew we had the majority of the balls. But in the end, but really in the end, when we sat, we said, but what have we gained? We are the same people. Let's go back and then we strike a balance.
We all win.
Thank you so much.
I know some people still have balls in their dresses.
Moderator, my worry is, what about healthy competition in organizations? There is healthy competition, especially in marketing. You struggle. There are times when you are paid by the struggles you put in a job. You are paid per. Yeah, there are times when we have to struggle when you are working. I don't know what you say about
That's why I want you to read Blue Ocean Strategy. You think, especially you marketing people who have just had a lot of theory, you think that winning in the marketplace is hiding what you have inside in Bugema University. The best would be to let every university know, even your courses, even the notes. So when they borrow from you, and they will be sharing with people that we learned from Bugema University. Sharing is good because you don't lose anything. Imagine you don't. You compete with Kampala International University, if that is at your level, I don't know. But you compete to the extent that you start having conferences with their teachers. What do they know? What can we learn from them? What can they learn from us? You copy, you implement. They copy, they implement. Do you know what you're doing? You're all nurturing citizens of nations. So why are you competing? Blue Ocean Strategy is your assignment. As a marketing person, competition, you will describe it, competitive advantage, good. Your competitive advantage is being the best at your job. It's not competing with your other university. Do your best every day, wake up, be the best you can be. Be excellent. Do not look at other universities. Let them look at you. And share with them. Don't hide the secrets. Because when you share, they will also share.
Yeah, what I learned from the activity is that when we fight with each other, we all lose. And when we decide instead to cooperate, we all win. And so that taught me that if I am struggling with my brother, Ronnie, in order to shame him, expose him, in order to destroy him and defeat him, and he's doing the same to me, all of us will be defeated. But if both of us seek a win-win situation, we will all win.
Thank you so much. I've had some of you share, like he shared, for him, he uses group works and they work for him. Two, as lecturers, sit to share methodologies. Because you find his methodologies are not, I'm using an example, don't beat me. His methodologies are still getting him Fs. But in the same department, there is this man who gets A's. Do you get a time where you sit and say, what is happening in his subject? Can we sit together and see how to support him? Or you sit and say, me, I got my A's, he has F's. Because remember, 2 points can throw you down. So do you support each other? Because this is a bigger picture. We have the vision, we have the mission, we have the 5 strategic objectives that they have told us. But we all have a part to play to achieve that. Are you seeing the bigger picture? Yes, there was a last hand here. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, we can sleep here. So I will have him last, then Busura and Professor, and we will close this activity.
What I've learned from today's game is that we have very many strategies, but there is always the best strategy. And the best strategy is that you cannot be in a hurry to get the best strategy. Number 2, it's always not good to be greedy. You want to own everything, but by the end, you lose. May God bless you.
Thank you so much, Busura.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dorcas. I'll not say much, but I want to say Dorcas, you are heaven sent. Surely, all of it. Because you have, in a fun way, we have all realized too late that we're following something wrong. And then it makes me think, what is it that we have been doing so wrong? And we are so passionate about it, exerting all our energies, so we can be humble enough to sit all of us and then we rethink. No one knows it all. But again, the cross-fertilization of ideas, an outsider joining us to see something from another level and then put it to us. I think this is very good. And I am happy when you say you're going to hang around for some time. Let's be with us for some time. Be with us for some time. Because there is a way you send a message to people and people will pick it. But there is also another aspect I have liked about you. You can mean to be tough when you want results. Yes, you can mean to be tough when you want results. And at some point we need that because sometimes we relax where we're not supposed to relax. And then you know how to make it fun where we can. But I still insist that be with us for some time so that we go to the journey. Otherwise, I want to say, when the strategic plan was finished, we all had a lot of hope that we are going to get out of this ditch, and then we soar. But when we didn't see that happen, and then there's another opportunity to revisit our notes. I like this, and for me, I am so happy that we have had this because this is a moment that is heaven sent.
Thank you.
I just want to appreciate this illustration that we've just gone through, madam. It shows us the reality of life, the reality of any organization, the reality of any economy. The resources will always be limited. But how do we divide them amidst the different interests? This department, this school, and what and like. And yet, if we don't have a formula or come up with a way of doing it, we shall not move even an inch. We shall keep struggling for that little resource and nothing will happen. We need to bring our different missions to be in line with the university vision and mission. So if we stick together and know this is our mission, this is our vision, this is our mission, these are our objectives, we realign our individual missions and objectives and visions with the university vision and we have a direction where we are moving, then we can be successful. Before that, we are wasting time.
Thank you so much, Professor. My last remarks on this, number one, I think yesterday I said there is no winner in a losing team. Number two, I want to ask a question. How much energy did you use? The first two. Camera people, are my photos ready on the projector? They are ready? You use so much energy. I saw, like he said, dignity. I saw people doing this, what? Don't capture that moment on the camera. Like, you lose so much. You lose so much time. How much time? This activity can, if you had thought before, this activity would take 5 minutes. But because you're not willing to listen to other people's opinions, it took us over 30 minutes. So let's save time. Let's save dignity. Let's save the resources. It is okay for you to say, you know what? I think let's focus on this aspect. This department can use that budget. Only when you see what you're doing from the bigger perspective. But if you keep my department, my, sell fishy, you sell too much fishy, you keep selling fishy until even it gets rotten, you will keep down. You will invite me next year to do the same session. We talk about the same things. And that will be disaster. So as individuals, when you go inside, I want you to think, what can you do differently from today, from this session? As departments, what are you going to do? There is a lady yesterday who said, I am having a meeting. I'm going to pass on everything you have taught us to my department. Some of you are already thinking, I can't wait for this session to end and we go on with our lives. But a good leader right now is thinking of what am I teaching my people on Monday? Are you that leader? Are you that leader? Or you want to keep in the fighting mode? You want to keep wasting resources? At the end of the year, we realize we've spent money, we spent time, and we haven't achieved. We started with 500 students because you're a lecturer, you're handling students badly in class, even those ones have left. May God bless you. Let's get inside, conclude, and we call it a day. I think we go to the next program. Settle. Let's settle, let's settle. Online community, are you there? Have they been with us? Can they
Yes,
respond?
I've
Can
been
they
with
give
you
us
and
their
I'm there
feedback?
now.
They're responding. Did you get my papers?
They are still there.
Did you get my papers? Okay, let's clap for ourselves. Asante sana. Are we sleepy? Are we sleepy? If you're feeling sleepy, you need to see a doctor. Not a doctor of books, but a doctor, medical doctor. Because then there is a problem. I had shared, they are getting for me a video. Can you put for me that video? My phone and my give it to me. Can you, this one, so the order is, you're going to play for me for my son, the one for their participation, and then the last scripture. So in the next 10 minutes, I should be concluding. Are you ready? Just put for me my son's video. I'm waiting for everyone to receive a bottle of water so I can conclude. Let me finish when they are concluding. I just need. Are you ready, projecting team? Projecting team. Can we listen? Can we listen and watch? Peperere. Peperere. Or peperepe. Can we pay attention, please?
I'm a student from FNC Academy.
Can we pay attention?
Today I'm going to be talking about prayer. What is prayer?
Can we put a mic? Can we put a mic?
Father, in the name of Jesus, I thank you that your presence is in this place. And you don't even have to be loud. Hello, everyone. My name is Jesus Bugema. I'm a student from FNC Academy from the Jesus generation. Today, I'm going to be talking about prayer. What is prayer? Prayer is another simple way of talking to God. You can walk into a situation that God has provided just to test your faith and see if you still pray to him. And you can say, Father, in the name of Jesus, I thank you that your presence is in this place. And you don't even have to be loud. You can say it low voice, you can go in your room, shut the door and pray to him. Praying because you feel like doing it. Don't pray because someone has told you. But pray because the Holy Spirit has told you, because he might be warning you. Trouble is ahead, because trouble comes anytime. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe on my YouTube channel.
Thank you, media team. Is the other video ready? Next video. Now that is my 10-year-old. He recorded that when he was 9 years. Imagine him 23. Do you think he will be like some of the young people you're teaching? He's ahead. At 10 years, he's ahead. At 10 years, there are students you lecture and can't face the camera. Even staff. Yes, even lecturers, they are used to their community of 20 students. If I tell them, go and address 1,000 guests, because you're the lecturer, you're the only one who speaks English in the village, they'll start doing this. Are we together? Are you here with me? Why am I challenging us? I want you to be better. I want you to get out of an ordinary lecturer, an ordinary professor. Be a special professor. Now, I just want to remind us that we win as a team. Is my video ready? Media team? If it has failed, you let me know so that I conclude. Is it ready? Video, is it ready or it has failed? We move on.
You have a team name. You have a team name.
If you can forward the struggling bit.
When I point at you, you give me a team name and a slogan. Are we ready? Are we ready? Team name and a slogan. Team name and a slogan. Team name and a slogan.
Please forward to the beat of the balls.
Team name and a slogan. Let me say it like you believe. Team name and a slogan. Team name and a slogan. Not allowed to pocket. Team name and a slogan. Yeah, team name and a slogan. Team name. Come on. Eggs here. This game.
So as they finish that, I want to conclude my part. Heads of department, prepare for me. I'm going to come for you. So just find a way of making me your friend. If we finish this session when I'm your enemy, it is okay. But in the next few weeks, whether I'm paid or not, I will be on your door. Yes. So just prepare. We have a lot of work. I am sure from today, you have an attitude of the leader. Leaders plan, leaders think, leaders give a strategic direction to their people. You don't just walk for, you're a head of department. You don't know the mission. You don't know the vision. You can't stand here and tell us the 5 strategic objectives for the year. What are you leading? So your first assignment, by the time I see you next week, you better have those things in your head. I want to conclude. Galatians 6:7 says,
Do not be deceived and deluded and misled. God will not allow himself to be sneered or scorned or disdained or mocked by mere pretensions or professions or by his precepts being set aside. He inevitably deludes himself who attempts to delude God. For whatever a man sows, that and that only is what he will reap. You want good things? Invest in. You want to be knowledgeable? Invest in. You want to get results? Get A's? You will have to work more. Are we together? For whatever you sow, don't wait for the harvest when you haven't sowed. Don't wait for results when you haven't planted. Don't wait for salary increment when you haven't brought in any results. Don't wait for a promotion if you haven't done anything that really attracts that promotion. For whatever you sow, you reap. Are we ready? Are we ready? So please go ahead. So that is us.
So a ball should be there or here or there. So it's in transit to there or here. Are we together? Are we together? Are we together? Number 4, we must all be participants. If any of your member doesn't participate, you don't win. Are we together? Are we ready? You have 2 minutes to plan.
Is it going to work? We are running out of time. 1 second. You see the chaos, eh? So every time you look at yourself as an individual, the chaos is so much. I don't know if ladies still have skirts. You might find they left them there. Because some of them, their legs were the other side, protecting the balls. Media team. Media team, are we ready? I think you're not ready. I want to read one of the things that has inspired me over the years. It's called the Leader's Creed, and then I will conclude my part, whether the video is ready or not. This is our Leader's Creed. When I did the leadership course, and you will say after me, I am a leader. Let's stand up. I am a leader with energy. Let's stand up. Let's stand up. Leadership is being a good example. So standing up doesn't cost you anything. I am a leader. I am a child of God, created in his identity, with his attributes,
I won't take whatever future is handed to me. I choose to take back my pen to create the future of my desire. I take responsibility for myself, for my family, for my team, for my organization, for my community, for my nation, and for my world. They all need me to rise to the challenge, to write a better story for us. I will clarify and pursue my purpose with passion. I will think through and create strategies for success. I will take daily action towards fulfilling my dreams. I will be guided by my godly values. I will bring others on my significant journey. I will maintain a posture of humility and service always. I won't just lead from a position. I will gain the trust and permission of those I lead. I will be productive with results, not reasons. I will develop other leaders and rise to the pinnacle of leadership. I will remain accountable to other leaders always. By God's grace, I will leave Bugema. By God's grace, I will leave the world a much better place than I found it. I won't just pass through quietly. I will leave my mark because I am a leader. Do you believe those words? Can you be a leader? May God bless you. Okay, let's pause. So, let's pause. Thank you so much. You can see, I'm sure these videos, you can cut them, share them, let people learn, continue learning. But one of the things I want to leave with you is that when you're working on as a team, I'm sure you can see the people standing. In our language, we call them biafandumo, eh? Others are working, busy, spending sleepless nights. For you, you're like, let them do. For me, I've been here for 10 years, 30 years. Eh? Let them do. These ones are working because they are new in the system. Isaiah, where are you? So you have Isaiah on the team. You're like, he's working because he's new on the team. Because you've been in the system for a long time. And you stand aside, eh? You can see them. So if you're on the side,
He said, shame on me. Because this was a fun team activity. If you can't lose your dignity on such an activity, when will you lose it? Be humble enough. May God bless you.
We thank God so much for the learning experiences we have had. Collins, kindly come here. Our friends online did not get your announcements, and they have been sending concerns because by the time you announced, there was intermittency of